Hi everybody, it's Heather, the Butterfly Effect, plant-based weight loss. And today is the first Wednesday of July. And so today is Weigh-In Wednesday. And it's the first day of the rest of the year. So that's my thought today is, do you need a fresh start? Did you start out the new year with great intentions and plans, and you were going to go fully raw, and you were going to exercise, walk 5 miles a day, or you were going to train for that half marathon? Or if you're like me, I always start out the beginning of the year with really high hopes and big plans, and I'm just going to be perfect and I'm never going to screw up again, and I'm going to leave all those bad habits in the past. And usually that has lasted, like, if I'm lucky, till the first week in February. Well, it's been half a year. I haven't been perfect, but I have had a really good half a year. So even for being imperfect, I took off 82 pounds in the first half of 2015, and I'm super excited for the next half of 2015. And I started off on a good note because I'm down 3.5 pounds this week, so I'll take that for my first week into the second half of the year. And I spent a lot of this week pretty much fretting because a couple days ago the scale said I was up. Now, this is why I don't believe in weigh-in very often. I think it's a bad idea because that had me all freaked out, and I was all depressed, and I was like, if I'm doing all the right things, why is the scale up? And it was very simple. I was retaining water, and then I laid off the salt and it went down. And this is the actual week-to-week reflection of how I'm doing. So if you're weighing in every day, what you're doing is you're watching your water fluctuate back and forth. If that works for you, I think that's okay. But I do think we get obsessed with the scale, and I think we need to look at all the pillars of health, and maybe with this fresh start, re-examine how you're doing things and what you want to change, and you can still have a great 2015. So think about your food. Are you eating fresh and raw food as much as possible? If you're like me and you're on kind of a starch solution, I eat almost pretty much all fruits and vegetables during the day. So I'll have a smoothie in the morning. A green smoothie's been working for me. I'll eat vegetables all day because they're low caloric density, and I have my fruit in my smoothie. And then for dinner, I'll have a portion controlled amount of something starchy. I know a lot of people don't believe in portion control, but I find that if I spent too many years in disordered eating to know what is the right amount to eat. I know a lot of people are just like, trust your instinct. My instinct is off from all the years of disordered eating. So I do a portion controlled amount, and that's what's working for me. So I think everybody has to do what works for them. So that's what I do for food, and of course it's plant-based, 100% vegan. I choose to do no SOS, no sugar, oil, or salt. If I have something sweet, it's sweetened with the fruit, the whole fruit, and nothing but the fruit, as Chef AJ says. I don't miss oil. If I have a fat, it is a whole food fat. So I have usually chia seeds are my main source of fat. I will eat a little bit of avocado or a little bit of nuts or nut butters in recipes, but I really try to limit it. I can't control myself very well around nuts, and I find that I don't lose as much weight when I'm including nuts, so I just don't include them. I don't think they're a bad food, they're just not working for me. And The next thing that I think is an important pillar of health is water. I'm drinking lately 2 of these. So this is 2 liters of water, and I drink 2 of them. So 4 liters of water in a day. And I think that's a really good idea to keep yourself hydrated. As for me, I'm flushing a lot of fat, and I'm cleaning out a lot of toxins, and where those toxins go, or they get processed through my liver and kidneys, and so I want to keep those organs really healthy and clean, and so that's why I drink a lot of water. You may not need as much water as me, but make sure that you're getting plenty, that you should be visiting the restroom frequently, and your urine should be like a pale yellow, not a dark color at all. The next thing that I think is important is getting plenty of sleep. I get about 7 hours of sleep is my optimal amount, and sometimes that's a challenge. If it is, you can always make up for it by having a nap. Naps are actually really good for you, so if you have trouble sleeping at night, try to catch some time when you can have a nap. And then the next thing that I think is important is dealing with your emotional health. So if you're angry, be angry. If you're sad, be sad. Don't try to stuff everything into your mouth. Feel those emotions. And it can be really scary if you're used to stuffing your emotions. You just gotta feel it. One thing that they say in the addiction medicine kind of practice is that you should be really careful when you you're subject to relapse, or you're subject to go back to your old bad habits, when the acronym is HALTS. So if you're hungry, so don't let yourself get hungry. If you're angry, write out your emotions, talk to someone, confront the person. Lonely, if you're lonely, seek out other people. Tired, if you're tired, get some rest. That's what we were just talking about. That raises your cortisol, makes you get too much belly fat, and helps you not be able to deal with things when you're too tired. So make sure you're not too tired. And S is for stressed. And so if any of those things, just put, HALTS. You want to be really careful about your emotional state, because that will undo your progress. Another thing that I think is important is to have a spiritual practice. It is very well documented that things like meditation or yoga, if you're into that. I also believe in walking meditation. I work out many of my problems, or have my best talks with God when I'm on a good long walk. And that brings me to the next one, which is exercise. We were made to walk. We were made to move around. We were not made to sit in a chair. Anybody can walk that can move their limbs. If you're not in a wheelchair, or you can walk just even the tiniest bit and just move around. Do what you can do. When you do it for a while, you'll be able to do more. And so I'm up to about consistently 7,000 steps on my Fitbit a day, and I really want to bump it up to 10,000 a day, so I'm working on that. And then finally, I think the last one is hard to categorize, but it's like taking care of your stuff. Are you doing your best job at work? Are you not letting things slide that stress you out? Are you taking care of your financial health? Are you just anything that would stress you out? Do you keep your house and your car clean? And do you take care of problems when they're small? All that kind of stuff can really derail you. And if you keep yourself healthy, you keep yourself from getting sick, that's a huge thing right there, because that's a huge source of stress too. So those are all the things that I think are important in my life for my health, and those are the kinds of things that I measure myself against every week. I just encourage you, this is a new half of a year. Today is July 1st. You have a whole year, a whole half a year left in front of you. What are you going to do to make that great? Remember that it's not the big things that we do that make the big success and the big difference in life. It's really the little things. It's choosing not to have the second helping of something. It's choosing to go for a walk instead of vegging out in front of the TV or the Netflix. Instead of watching people exercise on YouTube, actually getting up and doing the routine with them. I'm so guilty of that. Have you ever done that? Anyway, if you like these Weigh-In Wednesdays, I would love it if you'd like this post. Please subscribe for more of these rambling talks. And I would just really appreciate any comments or encouragement you have. Tell me in the comments, what are you going to do to make the rest of this year better than the first half of this year? And what are your pillars? Did I miss anything? What do you think is important? Talk to you soon and have a great week. Bye-bye.